Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Terra Invicta. We are playing Exodus and we are still trying to get out of the solar system. Now, last time we have been starting to expand on the Southeast Asian Alliance. Now, I have been looking into the projects which are available for this region. And I came to the conclusion that what I want to aim for is in fact to return territory from Indonesia and Malaysia to the Southeast Asian Alliance, hopefully making it strong enough to therefore build a navy here. I hope that this is going to work. And afterwards we can, for example, take out Singapore and Philippines, because we then can declare war on the islands basically. And of course we are going for the Indonesia project in between. And interestingly, the Indonesia project, it's not this one, I guess. No, it's not this one, but it's the follower project, is going to give a claim on Taiwan. And this opens up an interesting choice, so let's have a look at it, just to show you. It's the Greater Austronesia. In fact, it's still open here. Greater Malaya, Greater Austronesia here. We gain claim on Taipei, so on Taiwan itself, and of course all of Australia and stuff like that. Therefore, what we could do, in fact, theoretically, is to go for the Liberate the Mainland project here, which is going to give claims to Taiwan on China, and then we could fold Taiwan into Indonesia and then the remnants in everything here into the Caliphate. And then the only province left from China is most likely Lhasa here, if I'm correct. And yeah, that would be an option. Then we don't need to do the however it's called, Pan-Asian Combined, for example. We don't need to do this. Of course, we can still do it afterwards at some point, but it's not necessary in that regard. And the Taiwan project costs another 20k, I suppose. So let's check, in fact, show obsolete here. I probably made it obsolete. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's another 20k tech, which we could do, therefore giving Taiwan all the claims it needs. I'm definitely considering it, and therefore I just want to take over Indonesia, and then if we have the spare CP here, I in fact want to do and release Taiwan to test it out if it really would work. Because then we could fold basically all what we own into China. That's of course not the maximum extent we could get here, like we could go for the Pan-Asian Combined, we could also get Japan and everything else into the fold more or less. But I don't really care that much about the other stuff here, due to the fact that we can still go for it in the really late game if we want to. But also not that much population, like 122 in Japan, 80 in Korea, which we are missing. And of course like minus here, Mongolia 3 million. And I don't know, a couple more months, like 1.7 million. So it's not a lot of population we would miss from a 50k research point project, therefore not necessarily worth the invest. But if we can fold most of China into Taiwan and then into the Indonesia and then into the Caliphate, that would indeed be very strong. Therefore the main key we have to get is Indonesia. That's why I do a coup d'etat here now. The East African Federation, not important. It's also population here, but we can still conquer some stuff of it, like Dar es Salaam and Nairobi, if we want to, and also Mozambique here. We can conquer them militarily and then still think about doing the rest here peacefully. But it's just, well, let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, let's go and in fact do this turn. Hopefully we can break Indonesia relatively quickly, and that would be of course perfect. And also I hope that by folding stuff into Southeast Asia we really can make a navy, then we can invest some cash into it. Resistance. Also, that's also good. I want to trade with the resistance.
Things are cooling off.
Because that could mean that we get like another
People will come to our side.
another 2 billion people, more or less, into the caliphate. Popular support, okay. Now let's see. Armies have arriving and moving to Jeddah. Ah, sadly though.
Mission complete.
Now we are going to Federation. Ah, we can federate with Malaysia now. In fact, let's do it. And you just repeat the mission for the missing war declaration. In fact, how is our... Yeah, that's fine. Let's take over Vietnam. The health on that things should be enough. And we shouldn't forget that in 2 mission phases we... Okay, there are the invasion fleets. Oh, Korea, Pyongyang. It will be interesting whether they are going to invade or they are not going to invade. So let's check Earth, in fact. Fleets here. What? They have left? What? What? Let's first of all click everything here away. They have left. No, 6th of July. Okay. You're also slow. No, that's a mothership, okay. Okay, interesting. 6th of July, so it's almost there. Well, I want to check my stations again, and also there was something I wanted to do in this mission phase. Let me think for a second. Okay, I remember what I wanted to talk about, or what I wanted to do. In fact, I wanted to explain why I'm not going to attack ships yet. So we do have a fleet, Echo 1 here. However, we are too close in regards to the alien aggression. And what I want to do is finish fleet logistics, because that's going to open up the next project, which is giving more MC availability basically. Therefore, this is a tech we aim for and pushing hard. Now, regards to what to do now. Marifa, I want you to talk to the resistance, in fact.
Establishing contact. Ready for my mission.
Now, we do the war declaration on Cambodia this turn. We still need to break Indonesia, and in the next mission phase, so not this one, we are going for India and return to the Caliphate 2.
Reporting in.
Now, no, Marifa, in fact, you need to continue making opinion.
Tell our story. Your
And
orders?
you can talk to
At your service.
Mandy.
I'm here.
And Brooklyn, what could you do? We could... Is there anything we want to break peacefully though? I'm not sure right now. Breaking Australia probably takes a long time. And we could... It's better than doing a coup d'etat on a peaceful country, so let's just try it out. Maybe we can do a crackdown here.
Cracking down.
And therefore purge it afterwards. We should check whether any one of us is known to the initiative, just to avoid getting shot again.
Where to?
But however, also we are at war with the Humanity First now. We need to fix this. Therefore, we need to find someone from Humanity First relatively soon. Oh, we got one. Ooh, wait a second.
Where to? Acknowledge.
You have to talk to Humanity First. We have to bribe them to tolerance, ideally, and give them all the project, which are nice. Now, let's get to the point where the alien ships arrive in orbit, and let's see whether they want to invade us or not. It's going to be very interesting. Okay, Humanity First, you get the best stuff we do. There we go. And let's just repeat it again. Come on, come on. It would be nice if both of them are successful. There's the alien fleet.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Now let's see.
All the old boundaries, the stratified lines of power, have been exposed
It's gone.
as a fragile fiction by the aliens.
Okay.
Rights and authorities are awash.
New regime is in place.
Okay, perfect. This one also worked out. We did the coup d'etat. Now alien fleets. They're flying somewhere. Nice. They don't want to risk invasion. Nice. I'm very, very happy about
Their
this.
control is vulnerable now.
Okay, perfect. We also did the crackdown. So we can purge, and then afterwards we can already go for the executive.
Mission complete.
Now we are going for another federation. Caliphate. Do we want to do this already? No, we don't care in this regard. We go for Cambodia here. We should check if there's an alliance in place. No. Confirm, and everyone should join.
Cleaning things up.
Okay, and continue. And we are taking out the next one. Now getting the control points here is going to be, ooh, that's useful, 25 CP. Getting the CP in India will not be easy. More nanots factories finishing up. Nice, nice, nice. We are back to 3k income. There should be much, much more on the horizon. Okay, and now Brooklyn, I want you to purge here. That should be easy for you.
We're taking power.
And Marifar, you are going to take SCP here.
We'll be running this place in no time.
At your service.
Now, what else to do? We want to
Where do you need me?
national policy here in India,
Time to make our move.
but
Ready.
also a national policy here in Malaysia.
Time to make our move.
And yeah, let's do this mission phase, and afterwards I'm going to skip ahead a bit again, so that we don't do every mission phase in detail now again.
Lending my expertise.
But basically I just want to show how it works currently and what our rough plan is in what to do. So much text, and he's always talking to us. KKK. Fleet logistics almost done.
Policy direction complete.
Now, cede territory to the Southeast Asian Alliance. That's what we want to do. Perfect. And now they ceded the Kota Kinabalu here. Perfect.
Mission complete.
And India is going to cede stuff to the Caliphate. Perfect.
Prepping for the next mission.
And with that, I'm going to abandon India and leave it for whoever wants it. I don't care anymore. And hopefully the resistance can profit off it.
Our people have taken control.
There's a problem that we got another 2 armies, which is going to strain the economy of the Caliphate even further. However, I do think I'm going to disband 2 or 3 armies now, because the alien invasion didn't happen. So maybe in fact all of these 4 armies can go. What? We purged it and we almost already... Oh, come on.
Our supporters are in place.
Oh, we got the executive here. Nice. So we just need to protect Indonesia for the moment. So we are going to move the army here, heal up a bit, and afterwards go after Cambodia. And then Malaysia is already in a very good state. And now we need to see... We still can't make a navy here. Oh, babe. Yeah, we need more stuff here, so let's focus more on economy. Maybe we can get a 4th control point. Okay. Yeah, and here I'm going to slowly move ahead again, consolidate on Indonesia, rather, where will we do that? We got that, so in fact now
Ready for orders.
we should just defend it for a moment.
Ready to go.
Standing
You
by.
defend Indonesia here.
Securing our control.
We can
Acknowledged.
we can continue working on Australia here. And in fact I want to do the Taiwan plan, which I'm going to do in the next few turns. Okay, one mission phase later, the resistance in fact was able to grab control of the rest of India. That's really good. I'm going to let them have fun with it. I already disbanded 3 armies here, and now we are ready to take Cambodia as the last one here. And afterwards I really have to see how I can make the rest work. Of course we can at some point just return all the provinces of Indonesia to the Southeast Asian Alliance, which is also a thing. In fact, we should fix the country when thinking about it. And we need to take the other stuff here. For example, the
Ready for my mission.
servants abandoned. Oh, wait a second, we need to take this one.
Removing our enemies.
But someone else should also be able to purge. Yeah, you can
Ready to
purge.
go.
So you try to take the servants
Targeting
here.
opposition.
Ready for orders.
I released Taiwan, which we are going to protect here.
Come
Someone.
here.
So who can protect?
Standing by.
Your orders.
Ready for orders.
Ready to go.
Reporting in.
Yeah, and now it's going to look much better. We are back on track with our main plan, basically. We are waiting for the project to unlock, so we finished the big tech here, and now I'm pushing through in situ resource utilization here, which also is finished, to pick another technology which is on our tech tree, basically towards the launch facility. And that's of course what we are aiming for now, more or less. We're going to do some projects, of course. Well, but I'm going to continue here, and everything is looking quite nicely. The aliens didn't decide to invade still, so they are still flying somewhere here. So I don't think there are other invasion intercepting Alpha 2. Oh, it's Initiative. No, not Initiative. Academy, which is getting intercepted. Yeah, nothing here in Earth orbit or flying towards Earth which is invasion capable. Therefore, I can in fact disperse my armies here again, which I'm going to do now, and we can use them later on to attack, for example, the South East African Federation again, when we have consolidated more here in Asia. Okay, we have got the project Operational Misdirection, and now I'm going to research it immediately. Therefore, I do think Greater Indonesia can wait a bit. There we go, 15k. It has to be prioritized. In fact, I also picked Titanic spacecraft here, which is another technology we are going to need. It even tells us here already, interstellar launch facility. It's one of the large ones which is basically blocking it. So for example, we are going to need the supercapacitors here to get to arc lasers, which we are going to need. But also superconductors here to get finally into nuclear fusion in space. These are stuff we have to unlock anyway, but the operational misdirection has priority over everything else. Okay, we have finished operational misdirection project, so 25% more mission control here. Now we are going to do the fight with our fleet in the next episode, because before we do it I just want to do one precaution, and that's I want to sell 2 stations which we got. Now I went through our stations around Earth which we got, and basically we have 2 stations which are now more or less pointless. It's an old information science station and another one which is which has material science, which we basically now resolved in other ways possible. And therefore I'm going to sell both of them to Humanity First, which is currently behind, so 8 mission control will definitely be useful to them, whatever they are going to do with it. And of course, however, they can't really afford it, but whatever. They would need a proper mine to make it work. In fact, that's a problem. Maybe I don't want to sell to Humanity First. They can't do anything with it. So maybe I have to sell to the Academy just to boost them up further. Now, because, for example, the Protectorate is broken beyond repair, more or less, still do 1.1k science, which is probably mostly from the Councillors, because they only have 32 CP left here. And they are massively above their mission control cap. And they are having a massive negative balance, in fact. And so Humanity First is also broken by the looks of it. Broken beyond repair, more or less, because they need boost to fix their economy. And I'm not going to give it to them. Resistance also has a problem. They are not making enough resources currently. But I maybe can sell to them to make it work. And Academy also is lacking resources. Crazy. Well, okay, I will... I mean, I could sell to the Humanity First to get them out of the negative here. That might be something. I want to keep Humanity First in the game, so let's maybe still boost them. In regards to not Mashkirovka, but the other thing there, last drive, probably not going to do it. Now, we are already researching on... We need liberating mainland China and global ambition, 25 CP. We're going to need it at some point, but what else do we have here? Loyalty training. United Malay Nation is something we don't need. Liberating mainland China, however, is something we are going to do. And in fact, we are going to do it now. However, we are leading in both tech here. This one is working nicely. Both of them are working nicely. However, to start on the unifications, we would need first Greater Malaysia. Yes, to get the Southeast Asian Union into Malaysia. And we need Greater Indonesia to get Malaysia into Indonesia itself. And then we need Austronesia to do the unification with Australia and Taiwan. Yeah, that's a rough plan. So mainland China is not urgent. It could be nice to get it earlier. And Indonesia is also not urgent because we are not in executive control right now. However, we could boost predictive genetics here. Let's check for a second. We need to look at the tech tree again. Install a load facility here. Now we need to finish superconductors here. However, we could already start on ultracapacitors and arc lasers. Yeah, that answers the question. We want to push predictive genetics to be able to choose the next tech, and then we can pick one of the large ones. And afterwards we can go back into the projects here. So that's the plan. Regards on the map here, I was able to take Australia. Now I already defended it. And I'm building a navy here. As soon as the navy is done, we can take over New Zealand. And of course, when we have executive control and everything else with Indonesia done, we can start federating stuff together. In fact, can we already do... Yeah, no, we cannot. So at the end of October we can federate, we can ally Indonesia, and then we also want to ally China for calling them into the wars. That's at least what we need to do, minimum. Perfect. That's what we have here. We want to, of course, put everything here into alliances, especially Malaysia is an oversight. It could have hurt me if I didn't notice it in time. And Taiwan also needs to ally. Okay, we already did basically everything. Yeah. And yeah, let's finish the mission phase here. We are now at 4k cash surplus, which is really, really good. And there are still buildings coming, so around Earth there's still not stuff finished. And therefore, the money income is going to go up and up, up. However, our noble income is also going down, down, down. So at some point, maybe we are going to replace more stuff here in around Earth with the hospitals upgrade and move more nanofactories to Mercury. But that's something we in the future right now. Yeah, everything else just continuing as it already is. And yeah, when we got control of Indonesia, in fact, we're going to go into federation with the Caliphate already, and of course also with Malaysia, and of course also with Taiwan. I do think it's possible already. Let's check Indonesia here. Federation. One nation must have claim on any... Okay, we don't have a claim. Okay, so we cannot federate Taiwan yet. But we can federate Caliphate and, for example... Yeah, when the 180 days here are finished. Yeah, looking decent so far. Yeah, really, really decent. And what's the Caliphate? The only problem I see here is the cohesion. It's going up again. So mostly the knowledge investment is kicking in now. I disbanded another army here. And we do have 32 investment points. And we have 8 armies. All of them are in their home region. Therefore we are only losing 4. Yeah, 4 investment points. That's okay. I'm willing to take that loss for having a lot of armies. But we have 60 regions by now. And almost 3 billion people, and there are a lot more people coming. China, Indonesia, and so on. Even Southeast Asian Alliance has 300 million people. Well, so see you next episode. Leave a like and subscribe.